What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be doing the 6th episode in my series called Becoming a Homeowner, and today is super exciting because we are going to be talking all about the closing day, making this house officially our home. If you have not been following along in this series, or if you missed any episodes, I will leave a link to the series in the description box, and I will also include it up here so that you are able to catch up. So we got pre-approved, we found our realtor, we started house hunting, we found our house, we did our home inspection, we got our appraisal, we got our homeowner's insurance, we did our utilities. Now everything is done, paperwork is good. The last week before we closed, oh my gosh, most stressful week of my life. And I even talked about it in this video. Holy cow, I thought I was going to lose my mind. You guys, the whole process was nothing compared to the last week. I swear they wanted a blood sample, they wanted your firstborn that we don't even have, they needed a hair follicle, they wanted a DNA test. It was insane. Okay, maybe it wasn't that dramatic, but they definitely wanted a ton of documents. It felt like forever because you had to get everything into them within 24 hours. Everything just felt like a huge waiting game, and whenever we finally got that clear to close, oh my goodness, I was so excited and so relieved to finally have that process behind us and officially get on to the fun stuff. This is our last moment before we were in a load of debt. So many emotions, so much stress, so much craziness, but it was so completely worth it. It is closing day, baby, and we are ready to sign our lives away. So closing day comes and we are ready to go. So prior to meeting up with our lawyers, we had to make sure that we had 2 forms of identification. Your identifications do have to be government issued. You can't just bring your library card from when you're in 5th grade. We brought our driver's license, we brought our passports, and we also brought our social security cards because we're overachievers and we just wanted to make sure everything was good to go. We also had to get a cashier's check. I had to go to the bank, get a certified cashier's check to cover our closing costs that we were going to give to our lawyer. And getting that check, guys, like that was sad. Straight up sad. Seeing your bank account look amazing, and then you get this cashier's check and you're like, oh, okay, that's cool. Again, so worth it though. So once you meet up with your lawyer, you are ready to sign all of your legal documents. And this falls into 2 categories: the agreement between you and your lender regarding the terms and conditions of the mortgage, and the agreement between you and the seller transferring the ownership of the property. There was papers literally all over the freaking table. There's a pile of papers here and here and here and there and over there, and there's just like a freaking field of just papers for miles to see. So the lawyer was super nice and super helpful, very detailed, told us everything that was happening, so we weren't like, what the heck is going on? But of course, just always make sure that you read everything carefully whenever you are signing your life away. Very important that you don't screw yourself in the future. Make sure everything on these documents is correct, including the spelling of your name. So apparently someone else in the county who has a very similar name to mine had a big court case against them, and I've never even been to this place where this person lives, but because she had a very similar name to me, they had to verify that that person wasn't me. Going into closing, everyone was like,
oh, get ready to like have your hand hurt because you're gonna be so tired from signing so much.
It was a ton of paperwork, but it wasn't nearly as bad as we were expecting it to be. And when we had to sign all of our documents, by the way, we had to sign our full names. So apparently whenever we applied for our mortgage, we must have used our full names, because when we were signing all of our documents, we weren't able to just write our first and last names. Because all of the documents said our full names, we had to write out our full names. And I can't tell you the last time that I signed my full name. And same thing with my husband. So we were literally sitting there practicing before we started signing how to cursively write our middle name. I think we were there for probably an hour, maybe a little bit more, because I like to ask 785 questions. but it truly wasn't that bad. So initially when we were signing everything, it was just our lawyer and our realtor. And then we get like maybe halfway through and the seller and his lawyer and his realtor show up, and that was really interesting and awkward. So this is like the first time I met this person. I had no idea who this person was that I'm buying this house from, and they're signing their documents, we're signing our documents. So the documents that you are going to receive, some very key documents, make sure that you store them in a very safe place because you are going to need them. First of all, your loan estimate. So this tells you all the important information about your loan, the terms, the interest rate, the closing costs. Another thing is the closing disclosure. So similar to the loan estimate, the closing disclosure outlines a lot of details about your mortgage. You should receive this document at least 3 days before you actually close. So that way it gives you an opportunity to compare that to the loan estimates. The initial escrow statement. So this contains any payments that the lender will pay from your escrow account during your first year of your mortgage. So this includes your taxes and your insurance. It's all escrowed into one payment. So whenever we make our mortgage payment, we're also paying for our homeowner's insurance and our property taxes. Next is the mortgage note. This document states that you promise to repay your mortgage. And this is something that our lawyer stressed to us very much. The more that you pay down at the initial start of your loan, the less you're going to end up having to pay in the long run. It says the amount and the terms of your loan and what the lender can do if you fail to make those payments. It tells you exactly how much time you have before a payment is past due, what happens after so many days after that, so many days after that, what happens when you go into foreclosure. I don't even really know what else he said, but just really bad stuff. Overall, just make sure basically that you make your payments on time. The mortgage or deed of trust. So this document secures the note and gives the lender a claim against your home if you fail to live up to the terms of your mortgage note. The certification of occupancy. So if you are purchasing a newly fresh construction, this will be a document that you will receive, and you need to have this legal document in order to actually move into the home. So once you review and you sign all of your documents, all of your questions are answered, you feel secure, like you kind of know what you're doing, but you really have no idea what's actually happening. They give you the keys and they say,
"Happy closing day! The keys are yours, the house is yours, here's to being in debt for the rest of your life."
Because you are officially a homeowner.
So what do? We get our keys, we take another picture, we head to Walmart, we have a list of all these important things that we need to get for the house, like a fire extinguisher and a carbon monoxide detector and all that important cool stuff. Then we decide that we have to go to Lowe's because you're not officially a homeowner until you go to Lowe's. So we had to go to Lowe's and look for different locks and stuff to change on the house. After we do that, we come back to the house and we are like, holy crap, this baby is ours. This is officially our home. We have my husband's sister, my sister-in-law, come and take some pictures of us because I'm a psycho and I want pictures of literally everything. But this is a big and important day of our lives. So we have this little photo shoot. It's really freaking cool. And yeah, this house is freaking ours. That was our closing day. We go out to dinner to celebrate and we are over the moon. It was such an overwhelming and exciting day. It was a long, stressful journey, but it was so worth it. So worth it. Moving sucks, but I'm so glad that we did it, and I'm so glad that we are where we're at now. I hope that this video was helpful and informative for you guys. As always, if you have any comments that you want to add to this video, make sure you leave them down below. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give me a thumbs up, hit that like button on the video. If you haven't subscribed, what are you doing with your life? Make sure you hit that red subscribe button. Here's to officially being a homeowner. I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys.